Hey guys, so today is going to be my beginning or intro of my new project pan that I am doing. So I'm going to be doing a whole project pan for 2021. A little bit like I was doing last year for 2020, but this is a tiny bit different. We're gonna do something a little bit different. I am gonna roll in new products, but we'll get to that in just a tiny second. If you guys are new, welcome to my channel. If you guys are not new, welcome back and thanks for joining us. If you have not already, please hit the subscribe button and then click the notification bell so you're getting the notifications of my upcoming videos. If you love these kind of videos, give me a good thumbs up because I'm going to be doing a few more project pans this year. There's just some things in the works that I'm gonna end up doing. But like I said, jumping right into it, this year is obviously 2021. So I decided this year I was going to do another project pan, and I did a pretty good job, well, in my mind, I think, when I was doing my 20 in 2020. And I thought about doing a 2021, like 21 in 2021, but I realized 21 products is a lot to get through, especially with kind of what I have kind of set up for this project pan. So I realized if I did 21 products, it would be a lot, and I probably wouldn't get through it, especially since I couldn't get through some of the things from last year. But yeah, so this year is going to be a tiny bit different. It is going to be a rolling project pan as well. So when I'm done something, I'll roll something else in, and then that's when you'll see like the updates of it. Also, I'm going to do a little bit different this time too with some of my stuff. I'm actually going to weigh everything. I have a food scale that I've had for a while. I just don't know why I've never used it like this. But I was watching, I'm gonna put her name here, I can't remember for the life of me, but I really love her videos, and she's really inspirational at getting her project pans and like doing that kind of thing. She uses a scale to see how heavy things are so that you can actually tell that, you know, on the updates that you're actually getting through stuff. So I think that I'm gonna do that this time too. All right, without further ado, let's stop yammering about, well, all of this and get to the actual things in this project pan. So first off, I'm gonna start off with some skin products. This here is the Olay Daily Facial Gentle Cleaning 4-in-1 cloths. They look, this is what the package looks like. I've obviously got quite a few of them. So I bought these a while ago, and I actually have a habit of liking to make things last longer. So I was cutting them into a tiny little squares. So they're actually, this is, I'm going to show you what they look like. If you haven't seen these before, they're facial cleansing wipes or face washes that come in it's a square like this. I actually just cut this one. So they come like this, and I've been cutting them down into fours, which takes me forever to get through them, but I always have a problem washing my face with this teeny little square. So I've decided that whatever's left in here, I'm going to cut into 2s instead. So then at least I have a little bit more of a face washing cloth. But then I still have all of these. So I'm going to see if I can get through them. Well, I know I can get through them. It's just, I don't really tend to like using them very often. I don't particularly love them. Also, I have a little case somewhere that has a few of them, so I'm gonna have to get through those too. So there's that. Now let's jump right into a setting spray. Well, technically this is the Pur, I don't know if you'll be able to see it. So this is the Pur Miracle Mist, Hydrate, and Seal. And you can see where I am marked for this. I've had this for quite a while. I don't feel like this is the best setting spray ever. I don't even think it's supposed to be a setting spray, but I use it once in a while, which is why it's still here. And I am really looking forward to getting this out of my collection because it literally just sits with my setting sprays and I never end up using it. So I think I'm going to end up using this more like a mist before I set my face. No. I think I'm going to use this more as like a hydrating and more like a primer instead, because I have seen you can use that instead for that kind of thing. But so that is where I'm sitting. Now I've bounced it around, made a bunch of bubbles. And I'm going to put this in here too. So this came in a boxy charm, and this is the Pure Barbie Glitterally Pink brightening peel off mask, and it's got licorice, green tea, vitamin B, and ginseng in it. It comes out pink, super, super pink, and it has a little bit of glitter in it. I'm pretty sure I've done a video on this one, but I don't really use this. I don't even reach for this one very often. That's where I'm sitting on there. So I'm going to see if I can get through that. I'm not really the biggest fan of peel off masks or wipe off masks. I love masks like sheet masks, so that makes it easier just to take them off and you're done. But I did get that in a boxy charm, and it's been a little while, so I'm hoping that I can get through it. Okay, and then up next, we'll stick to base stuff. So here is my Colourpop Amethyst Liquid Highlighter. This is what it looks like. This is where I'm sitting. I don't know if you can see that. So this I've had for quite a little while. This is not the cap that comes with it. I literally just found another cap and put it on that fit. This is technically a highlighter, and I bought it a while ago. I don't even know if they make this anymore. I doubt it. I've got two. This is the Amethyst, and I have another one. This one's the older one. And I bought this because I really loved mixing it in with my foundation to make my foundation really like pop. But it's been a very long time since I've worn this, and I haven't really ever used it as an actual highlighter either. So yeah, so what I'm gonna do is I try to get through this. I think I'm gonna have to come up with some ways to wear this other than just it being a highlight, because I don't really know. But that is where I'm sitting, so I'm hoping to get through that in the next year. And then I have this here, and this is the Maybelline Insta Age Rewind primer, and this is older. I don't know if they still sell this, but I've had this in my collection for a little while, and honestly, it's not really my favorite primer, but I am hoping that I can get through it because I don't like when things go bad, and it's been sitting in my drawers for a little while, so I'm hoping that I can use this before it goes bad. It's really nice, actually. It does blend out it's kind of like a silicone-y base, so it kind of like smooths everything out. So I'm gonna see if I can get through this. So then for some things that I'm probably sure I can get through. So this is the smaller one of the Ben Nye Luxury Banana Powder. This is 1.7 ounces. It is new. I haven't even opened it up yet. I used to love banana powder for underneath my eyes when I was like setting it and stuff, but I haven't used it in a long time, and I actually have a few of the big ones too, so I'm going to see if I can get through a small one in this project, pan, just so that I can hopefully cycle through some of this stuff. I've been getting some banana powders in boxy charms and stuff like that, and I'm really excited to use those, but I really need to get through some of these first. And then I have this here, and this is the Vintage by Jessica Lambisky, I think it's called. Honestly, I don't know. This is in rose gold, and this is a highlighter. This is what it looks like. Yes, I have used it. I used to really love this, and I still really like it. But that is why I'm sitting here, and the reason why this one is in my project pan is because I actually have another one still. I got two. Both of them were in my boxy charm, and honestly, I wasn't very happy that I got the second one, but now that I have two, I need to get through this. So yes, there's a little bit of an indent in here, but I don't want to just hit pan on it. I want this to be done. So I'm hoping to get through the rest of that. And then I have this here, and this is a Colourpop Super Shock Shadow. This is in glitterally, I think it's called. That's what it is. This is the Ultra Glitter. This is what it looks like. It is very nice. I'll show a swatch of it. The problem with this is that it's getting very dry. I don't know if you can see that on my skin. I'm wearing it in my inner corners today, but it's dry. I mean, like it's old. I'm pretty sure it's one of the first ones that I put into my collection, and it's getting older. I am going to see if I can kind of somehow use this. I might end up trying to have to repress it or put something on it to make it stay, but I'm hoping I can get through that. because it would be a waste if I had to throw it out. And then speaking of Colourpop, I know this is not a Colourpop palette, but in here are 2 eyeshadows from Colourpop. And yes, this is a DIY'd palette, but I have 2. So this one is in Party Favors, I think. Yeah, it's Party Favors. And then this one is in Latchy, and this is a matte one, and then this one is not. I'll show you what they look like on my hand. So those are the 2 colors right there. I love both of these colors. This one's a little bit harder because it kind of stains your hand a tiny little bit. Like I wiped it off and it still stained a teeny bit, but that is okay. You're probably wondering why I'm putting these in my project pan. Maybe you're not, I don't know, but I'm gonna tell you anyways. So I ordered some makeup like a year ago, maybe, probably been about a year. And I ended up getting the wrong order. I ordered so much stuff. It was a huge sale. And I ended up receiving somebody else's order from their Colourpop. And Colourpop did fix it. And they ended up giving me all of my stuff that I had ordered. And then they didn't ask for any of the other stuff back. So I had actually already had both of these in my collection. And then the other person that had ordered the order that actually received my order and I received their order had both of these as well in their order. So I am going to put these in there because I actually have duplicates. It's not because I don't love them. It's literally because I have duplicates of them. This is the Tarte, I don't know what that is pronounced. This is their mascara, obviously. I've had this in my collection for a little while and it wasn't opened, but then this is starting to come off. I got this in I want to say a boxy charm as well. It's pretty much where I get a lot of my stuff these days. It's in my boxy charm boxes. So I have been using this only a few times. You could definitely tell that it's almost full still. Yeah. So I'm gonna get through this. And then I have 2 more items in this project pan. And the first one is from Benefit, and this is the Benefit Cheackathon. I've had this for a while. I'm sure people have seen this circling around. This is an older one, actually so old that for some reason this actually comes out. So if you're ever wondering what it looks like, this is what it is. So in here is a Hula, a Rocketeer, a Dandelion, a Dallas, and then this one is a Coralista. So I actually really enjoyed these when I first bought them, but this one obviously I didn't use very much. You can see that Hula has pan in it already. So my plan is to actually not only hit pan on it, but to literally just end up finishing all of them. I realize that I am taking on 4 blushes. If you have seen my last project pan, you could tell that I don't do very good with blushes. I didn't manage to get through my other blushes, but I think these ones aren't as thick as the other ones, so I'm hoping I'm gonna do my best. Because there's 4 different kinds of different colors in the blushes, I feel like I might be able to do this, but we will see. And for my last thing in this project pan, so I have 13 items in this project pan, and the last one is an eyeshadow palette. Yes, I realize that this is going to be a daunting project. This is the Anastasia Beverly Hills Subculture palette. I do own one of these, and honestly, I'm not the biggest fan of it. You can see by the shades and everything which ones I use when I use it. This one has quite a bit of a dent in it because that's my transition shade that I use quite a bit if I ever use this palette. But to be perfectly honest, I don't know why I picked this palette up. I watched all the reviews on it and all the tea that happened and how everything, like the shadow just was like, you hit pan right away from using it. This one obviously does not have that same problem. So this was like the second release, I think, that I ended up getting. You can see the eyeshadows that I do use because you can tell by where they're sitting in the dents. And you can also see the ones that I really don't use, like these 2 on the ends and this Untamed one and this Destiny one. To be perfectly honest, I'm not trying to pan every single one of these eyeshadows. So there's 14 eyeshadows in here, and if I can get through 7 of them, I'll be happy. Honestly, if I get through more of them, I'll be even happier. The only ones I really don't see myself finishing off are these 2 and this one here and maybe the green one. So those ones are the ones that I'm thinking probably I won't get through. But honestly, I'll be happy if I get through the rest of them. And I don't mean like slightly hit pan. I think I want to finish this palette off for good and then get rid of it. I probably will have 4 eyeshadows left in it, but once I'm done, and those are the only ones left in here, I will be okay with that. All right, so I'm going to insert all of the photos now of me weighing all of the products. So you know exactly how heavy everything is. So you know exactly how heavy everything is. So you know the progress of how things are getting done. Sometimes it's hard to tell with certain things, like this one's going to be really hard to tell how much I've gotten through. Obviously the ones that have like the things like this in it, or you'll be able to see like this, those kind of things will be easy to get through and be able to see. But there are a few things like Colourpop shadows are really hard to tell that you've made a dent until you actually hit pan. So I figured that'd be a fun thing.
Tongue-tied midnight. You can say all that you want, but you and I were meant for this. You know sometimes we hide behind this illusion that we're done. Oh, please see that you're wrong in this. I don't fall in love cause I'm here tonight. I don't wanna say it but it just feels right. I took a pill just to pass the time.
All right, well, that was everything in my project pan for 2021. I hope you guys are staying safe and I hope you guys have a great day. Bye.